Yeah.
Let me shift the conversation. I want to talk about AI for a second because you mentioned it as well. But I want to first ask it to you more as just a smart observer of the market. You're in the market. You've invested in a bunch of companies as well. What's the state of AI?
Look,
Take it however you want.
Yes. I mean, look, what's interesting is I think a lot of people are chasing LLMs. I think there's a very well-established expectation out there. These LLMs will get smarter and smarter. Inference will come. Latency will go down. Cost to deploy, cost to train will all come down. So the good news is we've seemed to have established a nicely competitive space out there between all these people that you can expect some sort of economic rationality to prevail, and a lot of people are sort of investing a lot of dollars to get it there. And thanks to Mark Zuckerberg throwing out open source models, he keeps them honest and fair everywhere around there. So we'll all get access to these models. But for the most part, as you get into the application of these models, I think the world changes in consumer enterprise. In consumer, you got to figure out how these models are going to translate into consumer services and make them better. And you can see that the question is, do we get a whole new Google that's formed or a whole new Facebook that's created, or do the existing players move fast enough to embody, sort of to embed AI in there, and our hooks those services have into us are so strong that we don't shift our usage? So let's park that for a second. We'll go back there in a minute. On the enterprise side, it's not useful unless you can train on my data. And you'll discover 90% of companies have bad data. 90% of companies. Like, how did you solve this problem? I don't know. I don't know how I fixed the last firewall that broke down. If I don't have that data and if I don't have 10 good instances, how do I make it work in the 11th instance? So we're all busy refactoring our data, figuring out how to collect good data on the enterprise side, which is going to happen. It's all the easy stuff that Sebastian will tell you, Klarna, I've got it figured out, I'm going to answer questions. Those are easy questions. How much balance do I owe you? When do I owe you? Can I pay you tomorrow? No, you have to pay me today. Even an AI bot can answer that question.
Right.
But it's very hard to say, my firewall broke down, I don't know what happened, how do I fix it? Because I need a lot of data. So I think on the enterprise side, a lot of companies will have to do a lot of work to get their data sorted. And that's in process. What we've done is stimulated all of us to go out and get that figured out. On the consumer side, it's going to be very interesting. I think we can all imagine a future which says, hey, my favorite phone or favorite hardware device or favorite interface, go book me a ticket to Geneva, which is where I'm going after this, and book me a restaurant and a hotel room. Now you just, in your brain, said, wait. I just did booking.com, I did OpenTable, and I did hotels.com. Now we're going to see this happen. Who's going to control the user interface and whose agent is going to talk to who, right? Try telling any of the existing app guys that, listen, suppress your UI, I'm just going to send you an API call, send it back to me, I'll control the data about the consumer.
Yeah.
Let's see how far that lasts.
I mean, you're just handing over your business to them. Yeah.
Well, then what's going to happen? One or two things happen. That always happens, right? These people become the legacy players, and you'll have new companies that are formed, which are agent-based only. It's like, half your fortune is better than none.
Yeah.
So if I started a company tomorrow which says, listen, I only have an agent that does airline bookings. Just pay me 20%, I'm good. I don't need a brand. Mm-hmm. What happens then? So I think there's going to be much more upheaval in the consumer space than anyone else realizes. I think 5 million apps will be redesigned in the next 10 years. They'll all become agents.
Right. The ones that want to survive will do that first.
But it's very hard.
Yeah.
Your margin's my opportunity, I guess, is the way we say it in the industry.
Yeah. Yes. But it's very hard. Can you try going to any of these large branded apps that sit on everybody's phone and say, listen.
Shut it off.
Yeah.
Become a service provider of data. They would
just talk to Siri, just talk to whatever.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. And we'll get it done for you.